In her 2018 tongue-in-cheek titled article, "Why Are There So Many Black Buddhists?" the gender and environmental studies scholar J. Sonara Sasser writes, "As numerous writers have noted, many Buddhist sanghas in the United States are largely white. Practicing in these spaces is often an isolating experience where people of color feel erased and invisible, or at times so hypervisible that simply being in the room invites assumptions that they will educate others about race." Before walking into a meeting of the Nichiren Buddhist organization Soka Gakkai, the Buddhist lay tradition from Japan that boasts the largest number of members of color in the United States, Sasser had been to many meditation centers, most practicing Zen, Shambhala, or Vipassana traditions. 9 times out of 10, she was the only Black person in the room. And although the experience was common for her, she never became comfortable with it. She writes, "From the stares of other practitioners to the frustratingly obtuse mindfulness teachings that ignored the reality of the racialized body and attendant social injustices, I'd had enough." Following my first Sangha experience in a Midwestern college town Zen temple, where I felt all of the things that Sasser describes, erased and invisible, yet at times hypervisible, I too had had enough. But because the nearest Soka Gakkai group was 45 minutes away from where I lived, it did not really feel like an option. So, as I had been doing since 2011, when I began my meditation practice, I kept up my solitary sitting and read voraciously on the Buddha's teachings. I thought it was enough, but then I read Zenju Earthlyn Manuel's Tell Me Something About Buddhism, Questions and Answers for the Curious Beginner, in which Zenju, Osho to her students, a Soto Zen priest, explores in a question and answer format many of the issues around embodiment with which I had been grappling. Early in the text, she explains the importance of the Sangha in such a clear way that, upon reading it, I felt compelled to take a momentary break from the page. I needed to close my eyes and reflect on her words. After informing the curious beginner that Sangha members have come together with an expressed willingness to deal with their suffering and its impact on others, she tackles the stuff, the baggage that people bring with them into the meditation hall. First and foremost, an expectation that all will be good in the land of meditation. She continues, "We expect the ground beneath Sangha to be stable and strong, when in truth, we are together in the confusion and challenge of living awake.